Hi, this is another aircraft indicator. This is an exhaust gas temperature indicator. The measurement starts from 50 degrees up to 950 degrees. There is an indication with a needle and also a digital indication, which is masked by this flag. And there is also a second needle here, which permits to set a limit, probably. On the rear, there is a typical circular connector. This thing was manufactured by General Electric Corporation. So the power supply input is 28 volts DC. There is 5 volts for the lightning. And there is also, it seems, 115 volts AC. First we'll do a turn-on, and after that I will do a reverse engineering of the boards in order to understand the schematics and to connect a thermocouple in order to measure such temperatures. Only a thermocouple is suitable. There should be also a cold junction compensation somewhere, you will see. First, let's open this thing to see what is inside. So first we can see there are 4 electronic boards. I don't like this kind of assembly because it is very difficult to do the reverse engineering. I will need to separate the boards to remove probably all the wires. There is obviously a servo control loop. This is an AC motor. There are 6 wires. Okay, you can see the movement of the needle and also the digital display. And we can see the feedback potentiometer here. I don't know if you can see on the video here, but the track actually is not linear. As you can see that there was some engraving of the track. You can see the marking of the tool used for this purpose, and you see that the width of the track on this area here is smaller than the width on the other side here. You can see that the width increases from one side to another one, so this permits the linearity correction of the sensor. Okay, you can see here. There is also this limit switch. We can see that this limit switch is actuated on 2 different positions of the shaft. You can see this cam here. There are 2 cams actually, one here and one here. So this permits to activate the switch in 2 different positions. There is also this solenoid here. I don't exactly understand the purpose of this thing. It is maybe some kind of clutch. It is maybe used for the limit needle in red here. Let's see the boards in details. I will remove first this Kapton tape. On this board we have only passive parts, Benny resistors and accurate resistors with 0.1% tolerance. On the second board there are 2 op-amps. I cannot read the reference of these ICs. There is a very specific marking, not common. You can see that there is a conformal coating on the boards. This seems to be the power supply board. You can see 4 diodes for the bridge rectifying, 2 filter capacitors and a few transistors with a very old package. This is a long time I didn't see this package. And the last one is also a power supply. There are also a few diodes. So there are also 2 bulbs here for the lighting and this solenoid. You can see that it is possible to rotate this red needle here by rotating this thing. The solenoid has something to do with this red needle. Obviously the servo control loop is on this board, and these 2 transistors are probably the output push-pull in order to drive the coil of the AC motor. And as we can see that the two emitters seems connected together. The emitter of this transistor, which should be an NPN, is here. This transistor is here and is connected to the emitter of the PNP transistor here. We can see that this helical gear is damaged. This is in plastic, and actually there is a blocking point. Here you can see. And this prevents the motor to run. I will unscrew the second gear on the bottom here. This way there will be only the analog indication with the needle. This is the complete schematics of this AGT indicator. So the input is here. This is the thermocouple type K. The voltage across the thermocouple is compared to the voltage which comes from the feedback potentiometer. So there is no amplification of the thermocouple voltage. There is a direct comparison of the small voltage to the voltage across the potentiometer. So the voltage is very small. In one terminal there is something like 9 millivolts, and on the other side there is a voltage of 30 millivolts or something like that. As the motor is an AC motor, the DC voltage should be translated into an AC voltage in order to amplify this error signal and to feed this AC voltage to the motor. So for that purpose, there is a particular part which is called SFE 199. So this should be a kind of GFET, but I measured an open circuit between all terminals. But actually this thing permits to provide a short circuit between these two terminals according to a 400 Hz reference. That way the DC voltage is translated into an AC voltage. This AC voltage is amplified by this differential amplifier here. The output of this amplifier is fed to the power amplifier which permits to drive the motor. So this is provided by this op-amp, which is a UA 702. Anyway, the output of this op-amp is fed to this push-pull buffer, and the output is connected to the motor. So actually it is a very simple system, and there is also a temperature compensation of the cold junction which is provided by this diode here. These wires from the board to the rear connector are different than the other wires. They are rigid wires, so I think they are made of the same material than the thermocouple. That way the cold junction is performed on the PCB. The diode has the same temperature than the cold junction, which is on these terminals 3 and 4 on the board. On this instrument, the digital display doesn't work because actually a plastic gear is destroyed. So we have only the analog display with the white needle. I have connected this instrument to a 115 volts, 400 Hz. And I have connected also the input to a thermocouple type K. This is this one here. So let's turn on the power supply. Okay. So I will use first my solder iron to test roughly this instrument. So the temperature actually is increasing. Temperature is 380 degrees. The indicated temperature is close to 350 degrees. This is not so bad. I will connect this instrument to a thermocouple simulator in order to see exactly the accuracy of this instrument. I have connected this indicator to this DigiPod 5. This is a simulator of RTD and thermocouple. This instrument is configured with the thermocouple type K. This is the number 1 here, which is indicated by this figure here. The temperature is indicated here. It is possible to adjust the temperature with 0.1 degree step, as you can see here. So as you can see, there is an error of 50 degrees approximately. So this is quite large error, and this error is constant. For 200 degrees, the indicator shows 250. $650, $750, Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.